Welcome to the threshold, the place of the intuitive, the mystic, the contemplative, a place to strengthen the connection to your core through mindfulness and inner wisdom. Have you ever reflected upon the question, who am I? Let's cross the threshold and discover who you are. Now, have you really ever reflected upon that question, who am I? I mean, really sat with the question, dug deep past your roles, past the illusions you cast, past the illusions that others cast upon you? If so, what did you discover at the core? Now, I've taken a deep dive into this question, and I have to admit, I've done it more than once. I'm sure that you will do it again and again and again if you haven't done it once, or you're going to do it more and more as you really grow into who you are. The questioning is part of a lifelong journey of self-discovery. Now, what have I discovered? That I'm dynamic and evolving. That as more of who I am is revealed, I know that there is yet more to uncover. Maybe what I have discovered will nudge you deeper into your own self-exploration. I believe that within each of us is a child of light, a dancer in the dark, a traveler through the veil, a harvester of wisdom, a spark of transformation. And maybe you will see these aspects of yourself too. So let's begin with a child of light. Within each of us is a spark that shines so bright that it will not be extinguished by suffering. Sure, when we suffer, our light dims, but when we acknowledge the suffering, we awaken the spark of compassion within. Awareness of suffering is the first step in sharing compassion. Find a way through your suffering by breathing deeply. Feel the suffering. Surround the suffering with your breath. Allow your breath to flow to the ember glowing in your soul. Gently blow upon the ember. With a whoosh, your spark ignites, and through your exhale, compassion flows from your being, incinerating suffering, yours and others. We are a dancer in the dark. Life is lived in moments of light and moments of dark. To shy away from the shadows means we live by half measure. To live fully is to enter the dark, and stepping into the shadows takes a lot of courage. With each courageous step into the shadows, we develop our rhythm. Soon we are dancing in the dark. This is the dance of eyes wide open. The dark cannot scare us when we know what gifts it offers. With awareness engaged, we find the root of a challenge, discover a gem of wisdom. Aware, we act upon our discoveries. The dark is no longer a desolate place, for our sacred spark burns brightly, illuminating the treasures within. And so we seek those treasures. And in that way, we become a traveler through the veil. Dark, light, in between. The veil invites us into the in-between, where everything appears clearer. We notice what catches us, what we shove away. We choose not to be caught in tangles. We are objective about what is happening. Now, this traveling through the veil requires non-attachment. That doesn't mean that we live in a gray area of our life, not committing to anything. If anything, when we're non-attached, we feel more strongly. We're aware of how we're impacted by our triggers, and we choose how we will respond. Traveling through the veil gives us the power of choice. We choose what we will harvest, and we become a harvester of wisdom. No matter where we find ourselves on this journey to ourself, there is wisdom to be had. At the end of Zen and the Birds of Appetite, Thomas Merton just says, it would be good if we would open our eyes and see. When we see with our entire body, with all of our senses, we open ourselves to wisdom. We become wiser. Wisdom floats just out of our reach, is wedged in the crevices of our being, whispers in the wind of our soul. Wisdom is present in every moment of every day. To be a harvester of wisdom is to open our heart, to open our mind, to open our soul. And within those openings spring forth the wisdom that we harvest. This harvesting could not occur without our divine spark. And so we are a spark of transformation. At our core is a spark of divinity, a glowing ember that connects us not only to the sacred, but also to everyone, every creature, all of creation. The light is no longer separate when we have this realization. We're aware that we are the light as we bask in the light, we share our light, and we reflect the lights around us. The dark is no longer a scary place. Within it is the stuff to kindle our ember. Within our spark, dark and light twine to create who we are. It powers our journey through the veil, and within the veil we see with everything that we are. We harvest the wisdom that calls us both within and without. Within the wonder in the world, we gather wisdom seeds to our core, and in this gathering we transform. Now that's what I've discovered when I've asked the question of who I am. I will ask you, how are you a child of light, a dancer in the dark, a traveler through the veil, a harvester of wisdom, a spark of transformation? How is your life uniquely, unequivocally, daringly you? So I want to thank you for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. I am going to invite you, if you need help discovering those answers as a contemplative coach, I will use mindfulness techniques and intuitive practices really to help you dig into who you are and strengthen that connection to the core so you can live the life you were meant to live. Additional resources are available at vanessafhurst.com. Whatever you do, live your life in discovery of who you are. Thank you. Namaste.